Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are joined by Thomas, who is one of the co-founders over at Product Locker. Product Locker is a super cool new tool out there for Amazon sellers. So today we're going to be deep diving into what exactly it is and how it can benefit you and really scale and optimize your efficiency with your Amazon business. So yeah, Thomas, thank you for taking the time to join us here today. Would love it if you could kind of more of on a personal note, just give us your background and how you kind of got to this point.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, hi everyone. Logan, appreciate you having me on the call. So essentially, we used to be sort of a high six-figure seller, and saw a gap in the market for essentially Google Sheets files. We had sort of multiple thousands of ASINs, and what we really struggled to do was work out whether past ASINs were profitable again. And it took a lot of time to manually go back through and update things like your FBA fees, your buy box price, how many sellers are on that listing. And essentially, we found that unless we bought that lead within the first week of adding it to a Google Sheets file, we'd forget about the rest of them and then never really go back and check. And obviously, if you have started to add leads to a Google Sheets file, there are going to be products within that sheet that are worth purchasing again. And without having to manually go back through and do it, we never knew what products were profitable. So essentially, we designed Product Locker to do that automatically for you. So you've got a continuous idea on what products are profitable and essentially real-time data on a daily basis.
Yeah. Love it. Cool. So yeah, I think that there is a massive need out there for something like this. There really, as far as I know, is not a solution that can do what Product Locker is doing. There's softwares out there that can help you, tell you when you should reorder based on your velocity, but there's nothing that helps you track when your old products become profitable again. Because as
Yeah.
Amazon sellers are watching this, we know that products live and die. So you might be able to sell a product profitably for 2, 3 months, whatever, but then it's going to go on a lead list or it's going to go out of stock or the price is just going to tank. Anything can happen to kill that lead, so being able to know when you can go back in and replen that is super helpful. And yes, you can do this manually, you can use Google Sheets and all that, but as your business grows and you have hundreds to thousands of ASINs, you'll want something like Product Locker to help you out there.
Yes, perfect. No, I completely agree.
Yeah, so how exactly does Product Locker work?
So essentially what we do is we manually also automatically update all of your metrics on a daily basis. So if the FBA fee changes, we'll let you know. If the buy box price changes, if the amount of sellers on that product changes, we'll let you know on a daily basis. So you've constantly got a live ROI margin for that specific product. What we then do is go a little bit deeper into that as well and start to monitor and track all of the purchases that you're making so that you're able to continuously keep a log of what you've got coming into Amazon, where your stock is. And then as those products arrive in Amazon, we then start actually delving into your current Seller Central and give you things like sales velocity, days till stock out, and just do a bit more of the manual or sort of inventory management system that a lot of people look for. But the real kick is the fact that we are always updating your metrics. So whether you added a product 6 months ago or yesterday, they will all be as if you added that product 5 minutes ago. And so you sort of allowed to make informed decisions on what you actually want to purchase and how you can make your capital stretch as far as possible.
Okay, so it's pretty up to date. It's updating regularly throughout the day, right?
Yes, yeah, we update it every day. So, every morning you sign back into your dashboard, all the figures will be up to date.
Awesome. And then is there any kind of, alert like this product wasn't profitable, but now it meets your criteria again? Is there anything like a notification or something like that?
Yes, yeah. So we've actually got emails that will automatically go out letting you know which products have dipped below your KPIs, which ones have gone above your KPIs. But then we've also got filters within Product Locker where you can filter things based on your ROI. You can actually set up your custom KPIs within your settings, and then we'll actually
Sweet.
give you a buy filter so you can very quickly see what is above your KPI and what's under your KPI.
Sweet. So yeah, that makes it really customized to each individual seller. So whatever KPIs they want, whatever ROI you guys want, profit, anything like that, you'll be able to set it up and make it very custom to your own specific needs and wants for your business. So that's super cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So yeah, I think that's a really good overview of what it does. I'd love to kind of dive into a screen share and we can do a demo and show the viewers exactly how everything works just so they can get a better visualization.
Absolutely. You all right seeing my screen at the moment?
Yep. Yeah, all good.
Perfect. So yeah, essentially this is your Product Locker dashboard. This is where we will store and manage all of your current products. You can very quickly see we've tried to lay it out in a spreadsheet format, but with the most up-to-date and relevant information that you need. So what we can see here is you've got the individual products. And then as we move over to the left, you've got the sources for where you actually get those products from. This is where you can keep a log of if you've got multiple suppliers. If someone's come out of stock, you can come down here and filter it as out of stock. But very simply, this is where you get an idea as to what you can buy. Here's your buy window. So this is where we mentioned you can set up your KPIs, and at a very quick glance, you can see what is worth buying and what isn't worth buying. Your ROI and margin features are here. So depending on which one you go off will depend on obviously which ones you want to follow a little bit more closely. We then have the FBA fees. So this is also broken down again. So if you hover over that, we can tell you things like the referral fee, the pick and pack fee, if there are any other costs involved, the number of sellers on that listing, the actual revenue that that product is doing on a month-to-month basis. And then what we actually do is take that one step further and give you the information we think that you will sell. So, just because a listing's doing 5,000 in revenue doesn't mean you're going to take those that full 5,000 in revenue. We actually split that down into things like sellers, buy box percentage, and then give you a more accurate number. So if this is doing 46 sales per month, maybe don't go in and buy 10 of them. We're recommending you buy 3.5 or, maybe 4 if you want to round it up, just because of the sellers that are on there, the current prices that are sort of going on. And it's always sort of better to sort of underbuy, whether overbuy, and then get left with sort of inbound costs and etc. If you have alternative sort of information, we've actually given you the option to manually change that information yourself. So if you come in here and say it doesn't do 46, we know that it's doing 65, you can change that here, and then we'll recalculate everything else. Again, as we move down, we've got the profit per unit, and then based off the order quantity that we recommend you buy, your profit on a month-to-month basis for that individual product. Again, we've also got buy box price. And then in some cases, obviously, when you get suppression, then we actually let you know that that buy box has been suppressed, or there's no buy box, and you might want to sort of reconsider or sort of have a little look at what's going on. But I mean, that's sort of the gist of how we lay the products out. This is exactly where you get all the metrics we think that are most important when it comes to buying products. And then when it comes to actually filtering and getting the most for your money, you're able to actually filter by ROI. You can filter for things like margin, high to low, what that product is doing in revenue. So if you did want to get the most for your money, filter it margin high to low, ROI high to low, and then actually go through those products and start working out which ones are best for you, as opposed to maybe, if there's a 20% ROI here, but if you filter by ROI and start finding a few 60s, few 70s, get those in first, and then come back down to some of the other ones that might be worth buying again.
Awesome.
Yeah, perfect. So if we go, oh, I think I've actually logged out here quick. So if we sort of then go through a demo in terms of some of the features that are involved, not just giving the real-time data, but then also actually looking into things like the buy window, how to add products, CSV function upload, that's something massive for existing sellers, because as you know, if you've got sellers who are already, well into their journey, have a few hundred ASINs in their current Google Sheets file, uploading that manually would be a very time-consuming task. So essentially what we've done is actually added an upload sheet function. So if you have got 2,000 ASINs in a Google Sheets file, you can upload that to Product Locker, give us a couple of hours, and next time you come onto your dashboard, you will have brand new FBA fees, brand new sellers. Even if that product has been stuck in your Google Sheets file for 2 years, the moment you log back in, someone, it's almost like a VA has gone through and refreshed all of that data, meaning that you now have live data. You now understand, is that product profitable today, as opposed to having to manually go back. But what I think we'll do is work our way from left to right, look at some of the cool features that we've actually added, especially the seller amp feature, which is a bit of a game changer. So essentially working left to right from each product, every row obviously has the same features, but if we just look at the top one, you can star this product. This is in case it's getting close to your KPIs. Maybe that your supplier is coming back in stock. You just want to keep an eye on it. You're monitoring that product on the sales. You can star these products and then filter by starred product. So you can always come back and then sort of analyze that a little bit further. What we've also done is you've got Amazon. You can open the Amazon listing straight away. So if you wanted to pull it up again, have a little bit more of a look. Maybe there's a review share. Maybe you want to check the reviews, make sure the reviews are actually up to date. You can do that straight away. The feature that we're super excited about is this seller amp feature. So this actually allows you to pull out essentially the Chrome extension directly in Product Locker's dashboard. This is becoming really helpful and users are loving it from when they're actually going to buy a product, because obviously you want to check the keeper graph. But to load up the Amazon page, scroll down, wait for it all to load can be quite a tedious task. Whereas you can actually load it up straight away, get access to the keeper graph here, make the decision without even needing to have to go to the Amazon page. You've got all the information, if users are using SellerAmp. If if you're using SellerAmp, you understand how much of an asset it is to any Amazon business, and just being able to have that right next to where you store your products is sort of a bit of a game changer, and means, again, you can do some more filtering, estimated sales. Again, you can have a real look and sort of make sure that product is what you want to go ahead and purchase. If everything checks out and you do like the look of that product, when you go ahead and purchase it, we've now actually introduced a purchase window. So this is where you can set the date in which you purchased that product, the number of products that you purchased, the source. And then what we'll do is we can actually add that purchase, which means that will now go into your purchase history, where you start to log that product individually. So, when was the last time I bought that product? How much of that product did I buy? Has it arrived at Amazon? So once you have logged a purchase, again, sometimes it takes a while for Amazon to go in. If you're using a prep center, you don't know exactly where that product is. Once those units have arrived, this will check on to let you know that the full 3 units arrived at Amazon. You're going to start selling those soon. If it hasn't arrived at Amazon, this will not check on. So you'll know that it might be worth waiting a little bit longer, or going back to the supplier, working out from the courier where your stock may be. But this is a real nice feature, just to be able to log and manage all of the purchases that you're making individually right next to the product that you're actually purchasing. Coming along, obviously, we've got the ASIN. We have a new badge. So this was quite handy if you do have things like VAs working for you. You want to be able to know which products they've added on a daily basis. You want to make sure that they're hitting their KPIs. If they've got to upload 4 products a day, 5 products a day, it's a nice way of being able to track that. This stays for 3 days. So after 3 days, the badge will disappear. And then obviously, that those products are sort of well and truly set within the Product Locker dashboard and will just continually be updated. Obviously, an image just for sort of instant, glance of what that product is. And then we come over to some other tools. So Google will open that listing, or so it will open the actual title directly into another Google tab. This means if you want to find a new supplier, or maybe your current supplier's run out of stock, you want to try and find it again, super easy to do that. There's no reason for you to have to copy the title or go and find it. You can actually go straight in. Again, similar to that, you can actually Google Lens this product directly from Product Locker as well. So I don't know if, a little bit of a hidden gem. I don't know if people aren't using Google Lens, but you can Google Lens the Amazon product, and again, go and have a little look for some other stuff there. This will open up directly into a keeper graph. So if you push this button, you'll go straight to the keeper graph. Again, if you want to have a little bit more of a look, maybe the SellerAmp Chrome extension, you don't want to use that. You want to have a little bit more. What we'll do is we'll open this listing directly into a keeper graph. And again, you can say, is this product worth it? Have a few more options in terms of what you want to see. So that's sort of a nice function to have. Again, if you have purchased the product, you need to add it to your Seller Central. So we've got the feature where it will directly add to your Seller Central. All you need to do is enter the price, make sure you're ungated, that sort of thing, and that goes straight in. No need to copy the ASIN and go to your Seller Central to do that. That's all automatic. Moving on from that, obviously Amazon selling on any product can be a red flag. So what we'll do is we'll tell you if Amazon have been selling that product within the last 10 days. If they have, check the buy box percentage, have a little look at the keeper graph, see if they're sharing their buy box, and then make a decision moving forward from there. Next, what we do is we sort of log all of the sources per product. So wherever you get the product from, we want to make sure that there's a very easy way for you to just go straight back to that, buy that product again. Again, this is, super simple. Put your source in, the cost of goods that you're getting it for. Is there any sort of duty involved in that? Any notes? So for anyone doing sort of retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, this could be you can only buy 6 at a time, or you need a discount code to use that product, or anything that you might. In this example, in this test account, we've sort of just chucked a VA's name in there for the time being, just so you've got a quick reference to that VA. And then we've got out of stock. So if that supplier is out of stock, you can check that button. It'll let you know it's out of stock. And then if you do want to add a new source because you have multiple, again, it's as simple as sort of entering a new one into here. So if we just put, let's say we can find this product for a $5. We don't want to add a source. It's as simple as adding that, and then that will go straight in, and then you can rework everything. If that's the source that you want to continue using, all you need to do is select this source, and we'll actually re-update all of your margin and ROI straight away. this will obviously be a nuts product because that's a pretty hefty difference. But again, super easy to sort of add sources, change which source you want to work out. It's, you can sort of flick through and work that out. And yeah, that is sort of the gist of what tools you get within the inventory. Again, that's, we try and keep it super simple. There's no need to have massive amounts of clutter. It's the sort of what you need to sort of succeed on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then the filters, multiple filters in here, depending on what you want to look at. Starred products, you can filter by purchase products as well. So if you don't want to know what you've purchased in the last month, you can filter, have a little skim through. Some other stuff as well that you can always, get involved and have a little look at. Deleted products, obviously it's easy to delete a product. That means, if you know this product is dead or it's discontinued or Amazon have hopped on that listing and aren't giving any buy box, then remove that product from your listing. Obviously it actually removes one from your usage anyway, so it means you've got room to add more products as well. But that's the core research side. At the top, we've got some interesting sort of key points that just give you a glance as to what your business could be doing if you sort of really were able to stretch it and grow. So we've got buyable products. Now, this is worked out based on your KPI. So currently we've got 1,136 products in this account. 332 of those are above our KPIs and we could potentially buy. We then moved over to the buy box changes. This just lets you know almost the velocity on the products that you've got, how much they're changing, what products are sort of cycling on a daily basis. The capital required for your potential profit. So if you wanted to fork out $250,000 and buy everything within the sheet that is worth purchasing, this is the profit that you're there able to make. This is always quite nice to see when doing product research because it becomes a little bit of a game in some sense. You want to, the higher that number is, the better the business has the potential to do, which then makes you sort of want to actually grow and sort of scale as quickly as possible. So these are always nice features to have. And yeah, that's sort of the research side. That's a sort of an overview as to how you can use the platform, what each tool does, and how we lay out the products for you.
Awesome. Yeah, I think right here, this research side is where most of my audience is going to benefit. And the best feature, in my opinion, is that buy yes or no. So really, guys, it'll be able to show you which of your products are going to be buy worthy. That's the whole point, really, so that you don't have to be going through manually tracking this in spreadsheets, hoping that you're finding stuff. Product Locker will do it for you. It's right there on the screen. It'll tell you yes if it's buy worthy. So this is super cool. Yeah, Thomas, I'd love it if you could kind of run us through your pricing.
Yes. So the pricing varies depending on ASINs. So we've got plans ranging from free right through to the higher end. I'll flick this to dollars actually because that'll make a bit more sense. So we do have starter plan is 250 ASINs for $50. But if you are just starting your journey or you want to try out the software, see what it is, upload a small Google Sheets file, then we've got a beginner plan. Every feature is the same, whether you're on the highest plan or whether you're on the lowest plan, you get all of the same features. It's purely based on the number of ASINs. So you can see it sort of goes up to 250, 500, 750. And then we start jumping up quite high to 1,000, 2,500 and 5,000. We are introducing a 10,000 ASIN plan because we've had some heavy hitters who have wanted to put some real big ASIN lists in there, which we obviously cater for. And for anyone who's got even more, we can create, enterprise custom plans for specific users.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry, go on, Logan.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, they have a free plan up to 100 ASINs, so you guys should definitely try that out. And then also for the paid plans, look at it as like an investment. So this plan here, 250 ASINs for $50 a month. Ideally, they're finding you tons of products that you didn't know were buy worthy, but at $50 a month, if they're able to just find you one or two products that you would have missed, that'll easily cover the monthly cost. So don't look at it as just a monthly cost, but look at it as an investment to find new products that will in turn generate you more profit.
Yeah, absolutely. There will be leads in your sheets that you didn't know were profitable again. I mean, $50 per month, that could be one, maybe two products, and you've made that back already. And then again, we'll continuously do that as well. So we'll always tell you the more ASINs you add, the more we're refreshing. And you can imagine, if someone adds 5,000 ASINs, there could be, 50, 60, 70 products that they never knew were worth selling again, which, $740 sort of nullifies that if you've got 60 new products that are going to, profit a few $100 each.